Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia Moksha, here for another monthly energy update. We're looking at the energies for May 2024. So the format I'm going to use for this energy forecast is just looking into 4 different energies, main energies that you will be feeling during this month, what Lightworkers are going to be feeling, and then you individually, the viewer, how you might see this energy manifest in your life. And then we're going to look into love, career, money, and then overall energies for you, specifically the beautiful viewer, at the end of the reading. So let's get started with the reading. And let me know if you prefer this style for the monthly forecast or the other style, which is putting up a calendar with different events at different dates. I like both. I can go back and forth or do both at different times of the month. But yeah, this is for Lightworkers, awakened souls, spiritual leaders, starseeds, way showers. So this is for you. Okay, so let's see what's the main energy for May. Main energy. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. There is an opportunity on its way for many people, a physical opportunity. And I know a lot of people have been kind of sensing that something is about to happen, can feel that something is going to show up in their life in some way that's going to, affect your physical living situation. So you might be moving, you might be entering a relationship, finding the right people to network with, getting the right job opportunity or business opportunity, financial opportunity. So there is something along those lines that I know a lot of spiritual folks have been kind of feeling and sensing that's going to come through in May, most likely at the beginning of May. Sooner rather than later. Yeah, wow, the World card. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding around. Beautiful Lightworker. This is going to change things for you on a massive scale. So this is the opportunity that will definitely align you with the next chapter of your life in a very big way. And I was talking to a spiritual friend who asked a question about 3D and 5D and how that's splitting right now. And I'm going to do a reading on that soon about the 3D, 5D split and how you can tell that you're in 5D now. But basically, it's you're already in 5D energies, beautiful light soul. And you're operating from the 5th dimension. But the way the dimensions work is they, overlie on top of each other. They lie on top of each other. So you can see all the 3D things happening and everything might seem the same, like your physical body, your physical environment, the people, connections, daily routines that you have, the emotions that you're having, the thoughts that you're having. They seem like just the normal way that you've always been. But if you look back, that's because you've been in your body and seeing things from your eyes for such a long time that you can't tell how many subtle changes you have made to make this one incredibly huge paradigm shift. So all the changes you've made to now see the world in the way that you see it now from this higher perspective took a lot of little changes. And so you're looking at the world right now and be like, I'm in 5D? How does that make sense? It doesn't seem like that, but you're operating from 5D. It just took a lot of changes to get there, but those changes is what brought you to 5D. So everything kind of looks normal right now, looks the same, but you probably tell like something is different. It feels not off. It feels like a little bit different. And you could probably tell like the environments, the people around you, the opportunities, situations, it just seems a little bit lighter, a little bit happier, a little bit more clarity coming in for you. Things kind of working out more for you. Things like, feels like something is clicking. And you might find that you're also gravitating towards people who are a little bit more nicer, better opportunities, things are just working out, the environment just like kind of forming to what you need. And this is on like a very, very small scale right now, but you could already tell like something's different, right, since this last eclipse. And so it's not going to be so obvious, but there are going to be people and places and things that are leaving your energies, and there's going to be, you're also going to be attracting new people, places, and things now that resonate with you on a deep level. So you're going to start seeing the changes a little bit in your immediate life right now in terms of physical things, physical opportunities, your home, your health, people, and your career and finances. You're going to see it in those physical things in your own life start to slightly change. And it's not just like you wave a magic wand and all of a sudden overnight things are different. It might be, but it's you're going to see a lot of little changes first. And so you might not see how we're already in 5D and operating from 5D until you see more people kind of make these changes and have these changes in their own life happen, and you coming together with them and then like making waves in the world. And so like next year and the next few years, you're going to be able to tell and see that things are obviously changing and you're in the 5D, but you're going to look back at this time and be like, oh, this is when it all started. So that's what's happening at this time. Taking a vacation physically or mentally. And in my previous energy updates and forecasts, I mentioned that around this time, this Taurus season, it's going to be time for Lightworkers to kind of just let their shadow self out a little bit, since you have control over it, since you've, integrated with your shadow self from all the shadow work you've already done. You can definitely take some time to do some things, get in trouble a little bit, cause some mischief, without getting in any trouble. Use your intuition. Things that you might have always wanted to do, but you're like, it might be a little bit below me or something like that, or feeling kind of, just mischievous. Like, this is the time to do it, because you might not be able to get the chance to do this again, especially if you're fully going into 5D now. So this might be your last chance to have really like 3D earthly experiences, like things that are kind of like below your vibrational level. So, if you want to learn something, experience something, experiment with something, like this is the time to do it. And it's going to be leading into this June, July, and August. Even a little bit of May is going to be like vacations for Lightworkers. It's going to be so surreal, like the most calm energies I've ever seen since like my awakening. Finally, for the people in the Northern Hemisphere, a summer that is not going to be crazy. It's finally calm, finally relaxing, definitely a vacation for Lightworkers, and it's starting now. So taking a vacation physically and mentally. 2 cards. Financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Hell yeah, Lightworker. And Dusk, pay attention to your work. Yeah, so expect things to start changing significantly in your work. Getting a lot of acknowledgement, getting a lot of recognition, getting a lot of awards, accolades, pay bumps, promotions, pay raises, increase in clientele, customers, sales, interest, opportunities, deals, offers. A lot of if you're on social media for that to get a boost, good marketing, good PR, good everything coming your way. Beautiful Lightworker. Okay, so yeah, let's look at like Lightworkers specifically. Let's see, how does this look for Lightworkers, this energy? Channel your knowledge. Wow, that was such a clear train whistle sound. Okay, so I'm definitely getting that this is from your past channeling work, because it came out in reverse. like the work that you're going to get recognized for, or going to get like an increase in your finances from, or opportunities coming your way from, is the stuff that you channeled. And so a lot of light workers, whether you know it or not, you have the ability to channel. We all have the innate ability to channel our higher self, our spirit guides, source energy, high vibrational beings, especially if we prove to them that we want to work with them, or that, you know, they want to work with us. So a lot of us can channel like our ancestors, our angels, whatever, different energies. And whether you know it or not, because I feel like some people don't really know that they can do that. But you're gonna, like, if you don't know, then you're gonna know like some of the work that you've channeled. Maybe it's music lyrics, maybe it's something you've written in your journal, maybe it's like an idea that you've had and that have been tinkering around with, but like you've been channeling. And so whatever work that you channeled, in order, like channeled from the divine to kind of put out there, that is the work that's going to be recognized. Let's see. The magician, yeah. This is kind of where like this is not where your abilities come online, because they were kind of always online. You just kind of had to like pay attention to it, attune to it, kind of get used to it, practice it. But I feel like this is where pure magic happens, as in you're going to see things come together. Why things happen the way that they did. How this skill set links in with that other random skill set that you have. Like everything kind of comes together. It's kind of like the universe or your higher self, your spirit guides have been kind of feeding you information, and you had like all the puzzle pieces, but you didn't really know that they went together, or didn't really know how they went together. And so you're going to see the full puzzle now come together. Fair man. Relationships. Okay, so I'm getting channel your knowledge. You're gonna be physically working. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're gonna be like, it's gonna be almost like you're physically working with this beautiful benevolent being, or your higher self, or source energy. Like, I think I mentioned this in a recent update. Like, it's gonna like literally seem like you're just talking to this beautiful energy that you're channeling from, or entity that you're channeling from. Like, it's going to be almost as clear as day, like, or you're going to get it pat down how to like connect with them, because this is kind of like, I'm getting like an agreement where you decide and they decide to like, yeah, let's work together, let's do this. Or you and your higher self, or you know, you and the universe like decide like, hey, yeah, let's work on this. And so it kind of opens up the channel, and it allows you to kind of channel much more easily, like way easier than ever before. You might even get like, I'm getting like training a little bit and how to use it in practice. Parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. I'm getting like this person or this energy is going to let you know like, hey, yeah, you have been connecting with us. We are real. Like, you are, we have been watching you. We know all this stuff about you. Like, it's gonna like freak some people out. I'm getting like the veil is thin. Interesting. Okay, like, because you know how around October, the end of October, beginning of November, like it's a period of time where the veil is thin, and you can kind of connect to other dimensions or realms, or whatever you want to call it, easier. I feel like that's what's happening on like a massive scale starting now. Like, the veil is thinning between our dimension and realm, and with the other higher realm, like 5D, for example, and higher. So I feel like it's like going to be a lot of confirmations, like legit, like straight up, Like, you're not gonna be like, oh, am I crazy sometimes? Or like, hey, I wonder if that's like really real, or that's just like my brain making sense of this. Like, you're gonna have like absolute confirmations that a lot of people are gonna be connecting with ETs, inner earth beings, divine beings, like whatever whatever you want to call it, it's all the same. But yeah, high vibrational beings, and you can get like confirmations. This is so crazy because like I've been like knowing that this is going to be happening around this time for so long now, and to see that like it's actually happening, it's kind of wild to see. All right, so let's look at how this will look in your own life, beautiful light worker, you that's watching this right now, beautiful soul that's watching this now. How will this look in your individual life? A physical level, protection. Yeah, so with all this kind of stuff going on, like you're gonna probably find that you're gonna start being super duper protected. And this is like, so like, do you know how I kept saying like, oh, light workers are going to go and like disappear, go into hermit mode for a while? Like maybe just you and a divine counterpart, or you and like a few soul members, a small community at first. So this is you're gonna be in extra protection mode, because like it's kind of like everything's open, like all across all dimensions. So because like this realm is connecting to higher dimensions, or opening up to higher dimensions at this time, like it's also like you need to be protected from lower vibrational dimensions or realms or whatever, and because you're open right now. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I think you figured it out. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it's so interesting. I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like you're like, you're in this like, you're in the 3D and 5D plane at the same time, and you're merging into the 5D, but like you're still in both at the same time, while you're going more into the 5D. So like you're super protected because you're doing like more 5D things, and so you're being kept away from 3D things. Got it. Oh yeah. Okay, so I wrote this down a while ago, but it's kind of messy, but it's just like, transition into 5D has begun between May and August. In Taurus season, separation from shadow and lower self. It's so interesting. I wrote it down, but I forgot like why I wrote it down. Like, oh, I'll have to put this in a reading, but I totally forgot about it. Yeah, but there's something about this Taurus season, like if you start separating from your shadow self or your lower self. And so that's why I'm saying like this might be your only chance to kind of indulge in like lower vibrational experiences if you want to, for educational purposes or whatever. Yeah, from May to August, Lightworkers are going to be transitioning into 5D in a very big way, very noticeable way. Although it has already started from end of last year, it's just kind of, and last year in general, it's just going to go until 2025. But it's like now you get to kind of actually see the 5D side of things rather than the leaving the 3D side of things. But you're at this time from May, starting May into August, you're going to start seeing you separate from like lower energy, even your own lower energy and lower self, and like it's going to be represented in your outer universe, your environment, by separating from low vibrational things, people, places, and things. Like significantly, you're going to see it. You already probably started feeling it. See confirmation. You're going to already start like seeing it and feeling it, like that like more higher vibrational people are being drawn to you and more lower vibrational people are leaving. You might be even feeling like you're saying goodbye to some people who might not be entering 5D exactly now, or yeah, that aren't entering 5D now. Fly, a period of ill health and depression, and it came out in reverse. I'm getting like, there's gonna be people around this. There's something happening. There's something happening. Starting this year, 2024. Everyone can, like, a lot of spiritual people can confirm. That's gonna not look so good outside. You know, in the 3D realm, 3D world stage, it's not gonna look pleasant, right? It already doesn't look pleasant. Like, people are becoming more aware of what's actually going on. And the more, like, it's always been going on, but like now people have eyes on it, and there's being light shined on these like things that happen in the world that some people are just like too astonished. Like, people who aren't awake are too astonished to realize it's always been happening. They're getting more attention to it, and so it's gonna be more shocking to them, because like we're shining light on it now, right? We're shining light on all the dark things and places in the world. So it's not going to look pleasant, even though some of the stuff has been always going on. Like, it's going to come into full view, it's not going to be pleasant, even for light workers. But as you see that going on, you've been trained for this, light worker. You know what to do. You have to kind of step away at this time. You want to help. I know you do. We all do, but you have to step away at this time. You've been prepared. You knew what was going to happen. And you're not going to be in a period of ill health. You're going to see a lot of ill health and depression out there. But you're going to be going through, because when energy enters the planet, it enters, awakened folks and non-awakened folks. And so the non-awakened folks, a lot of stuff is going to come up from them because they never did the inner work, right? On things like this, on their mental health, on their traumas, on worldwide issues like this. They haven't done the inner work for that, so it's going to come up for them. It's not going to be pretty to see. You know what it was like because you went through it. So that's why you were trained, prepared to do the inner work beforehand. So when you see it, you have to step away and let them do their thing at first. You might help a little bit at the beginning, but then you had to step away and let them have the experience that they chose to go through in this lifetime together as a collective. We went through it individually for most of us, right? Or very few soul family members. So when you step away, this energy affects the whole planet, right? So while they're going through that, you're going through an upgrade. Because you're already ready to 5D. You already cleaned your body. You already cleaned your mind. You already cleaned your spirit, your soul. Purified it enough to move into 5D now. So, or level up your body. Level up your energies. Level up your aura. Level up your connection to source. Integrate more of your 5D and higher selves. So that's why you're getting this upgrade. They're getting this upgrade. It's going to be uncomfortable for them. You're getting this upgrade. It's slightly uncomfortable, but not really, because you're going into 5D and higher energies. So it's like pleasant. It's just like, it's slightly uncomfortable because it's a change, and any change is kind of weird at first. But I'm getting, wow, I've never felt a sensation before. They're showing me what it's going to feel like. It's kind of like full body butterfly feelings, tingly, like pins and needle kind of feeling, excitement kind of feeling, but kind of like, it feels like a big bubble inside of my body, bubbling around, like just one big bubble that's like plasma. It's like a plasma bubble, not liquid, not solid. It's like a plasma bubble inside, one big plasma bubble. In like, this is what I'm getting. What's the picture? Okay, it's like, if this is like a person. Oh god. If this is a person, it feels like there's this like plasma bubble, one big plasma bubble. And it's just like, it's just like, it's like a funny sensation, just like bubbling around your body. And it's just kind of like a lighter version of your body being built or forming. It's so wild. I never thought about shedding our physical body. Like, people talk about it and I'm like, oh yeah, maybe. Like, maybe they're just using their imagination to kind of receive the information, because we don't really know how it's going to look like. We only see like our interpretation of what's going to happen, right? And we all kind of interpret it in different ways using our imagination, right? We describe it as best as we can, but it's like we can't know what it's like until we go through that change, right? And so I never really thought about shedding our physical body, but not immediately, not like a snake, but like there is something about our 5D energy bodies being more fully formed. Crazy. Okay, I did not expect any of this today. Okay, but yeah, and I did say in May, June, July, August, that's when Lightworkers are going to find their divine counterparts, you know, romantic divine counterparts, or like one or two good like soul family members, soulmates, or, you know, small community, like very, very few people coming together, living together, harmonizing together in order to go through these physical changes together and to help each other out, and keeping it kind of like low profile about it. Staying away from some 3D friends and family, coworkers, people, you know, neighbors, until that you know, you can completely go through that change. And that's where I got this protection from spirit. So interesting. You know, it's so funny. I was trying to keep this reading in like 30 minutes, under 30 minutes, and that one energy just took out 30 minutes. What am I gonna do? Okay, let's go into the second main energy of May. Yeah, okay, so I did talk about divine counterparts, right? So you may have your divine counterpart already enter or start entering your life already, or may come in a very like surprising way this month. So you might have had, I feel like for most of you, you've kind of witnessed, you've kind of in physical ways seen your divine counterparts kind of reach out, or you might have bumped into them a few times, or you might be even like starting a relationship with them or starting to talk to them. A lot of people are like kind of like solidifying the connection in a different way. Some of you may have solidified some sort of family dynamic with your divine counterpart already. Some of you just started like bumping into them, started like being around their energies. They might have moved near you, you might have moved near them, you might have just been introduced to each other but don't know it yet. So it's like it varies for each light worker, but like what I'm getting is that your divine counterpart is coming in like hardcore. This is the same way that the world card came in, so it's like, yeah, like this is the end all be all. This is the one. This is your divine counterpart that's coming in. All these cards coming out in reverse is like, yeah, this is gonna happen like sooner rather than later, quicker, faster than you ever imagined or could think of. Okay, so 8 of Swords, and it came out face down. It's okay, so when I'm getting that, like in the, like when you first kind of touch base with your divine counterpart, is kind of, there's a lot of cobwebs to clear. I'm getting, which is natural when you kind of come into a union. Usually you do like it's nice, it's fun at first, but then like you kind of do the inner work, that you clear some last residual inner work that you weren't able to do by yourself, because you need that other person to do it with. So this is like spirit being like, yeah, at first, like at coins, money will be coming to you. You are highly thought of. There's this energy of clearing the cobwebs between the two of you, whether you know this person or not. It just feels like as you come into better union this May with your divine counterpart, you will find that you are doing a lot of clearing work, getting a lot more clarity. And I feel like that's because you're gaining confidence. As you gain more confidence in your spiritual side, the unseen side of life and yourself and your existence, the more confidence you have in your physical life, which is why you're going to be getting a lot of money. That came up so many times. Work, money, you're highly thought of, reputation, recognition, and acknowledgement. Definitely, for sure. A lot of things going on. So how does this look? How does this look for you? How does it look for light workers in general? The energy side of things. Earth grounding. Oh, and it's cute. There's two people here. So and it came out in reverse. Like this card came out in reverse. So all the cards are coming out in reverse, which is my sign of like things are happening now. Yeah, so you're grounding in this connection with this person. And like I had this like interesting download the other day, which is like 5D is just like the high vibrational version of 3D. Like 3D was like 5D messed up, like with darkness introduced and lowering your energies introduced for a reason, for lessons, right? But 5D is like the heavenly divine version of the physical realm, right? So I feel like the two of you are grounding into 5D Earth. That's what this energy is about. You two are grounding into 5D Earth. Yeah, the Hierophant. This is, I'm getting more sacred than marriage, I heard. This kind of looks like Stonehenge. It just, you're grounding into, oh my goodness. Okay, so I just got, I'm watching that show Outlander again. I don't know. And they have those stones, standing stones in Scotland, where, you know, the main character gets transported into a different time. And I just got like that image of like getting transported into like 5D Earth and then grounding there. But like it's not like you're going to a different location or different place. It's like a different layer of this physical reality. So I don't know. Spirit is saying all these things that I'm like, how do I describe this? Like, what does it look like? Mountain. Oh, major challenge to overcome. Yeah. So with the mountain and these like kind of these stones here, these large standing stones, and earth grounding and the mountain, you can feel like in the coins, you can feel like this, all this physical energy. Do you know why it's coming in? Because this money coming in is 5D money. These career opportunities that are coming in, business opportunities that are coming in, are 5D opportunities, 5D careers, 5D projects. Oh my goodness. Okay, it makes so much sense now. Star. Guaranteed success. Wow. I'm getting these like tingly feelings. I can't describe it. But yeah, so many confirmations. Yeah, something about like the universe didn't forget you. You weren't forgotten. Like your dreams, all the things that you were dreaming of, 5D Earth and your soul mission projects and all those things aren't forgotten. You're gonna find that like they're like upgraded or different, because the way that you saw your soul mission or like these passion projects or something, they were like, for some of you it was like the 3D way of seeing it. You might have gone back and forth of like, oh, if we were in 5D, like this is how it would manifest, but if we were in 3D, like the realistic way of it manifests is this way. But you're gonna find that like it happens in a 5D way, but like different and better than the way that you thought it was going to, even in the 5D way and even in your vision. So like, yeah, you're grounding into your 5D energies. That's why you start receiving all these beautiful physical energies, because they're not 3D physical energy and material wealth and abundance that's coming in, physical abundance that's coming in. It's 5D physical abundance that's coming in for you. Fascinating. Okay, so what does this look like for you, beautiful light worker that's watching this reading right now? What does this look like for you in your physical life? Grandmother of Jesus, Anna, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Yeah, so you might find that I kept mentioning this in just recent, so much has come out, so much new information has been channeled just this year from like January till now, because I feel like the past 3-5 years that I've been channeling this kind of stuff, it's been like kind of similar things, and now it's like kind of all new information, which is like, yeah, so if you're interested, I would subscribe because it is wild. It's so cool. Okay, but recently I've been getting this information about the Lightworker light grid. So those who are awakened and, you know, stepping into 5D already, who've done their inner work, you're going to be kind of linked up to those others that are going to 5D, and we're creating our own kind of like 5D consciousness, our own 5D like light grid amongst our beings, amongst our spirit. So we're like kind of linking up to each other. Okay, what does that mean for you? The High Priestess. Yeah, you're not gonna be alone. Okay, so this concept also came up recently, and it was about not necessarily always having to channel alone. Okay, so this is kind of like weird. Okay, it's kind of like linking up consciousness, becoming one, which is, you know, going to be able to hear other people's thoughts, telepathy. It's kind of like a one mind thing, but not like in a creepy way. Singularity, but not in like a weird, you know, sci-fi way. Was like dystopian or anything. Not like that. This is like this happens a lot when a collective kind of evolves and transcends their current like realm. They kind of like link together, right? And then they move forward, which has happened to many civilizations in the past. And so that's going to start to happen. Again, this is not like a night and day kind of change. It doesn't happen overnight. It's subtle. It happens slowly. At first, you don't really notice it. You feel like something's off, something's different, something feels like it's clicked into place, and this kind of feeling, it just kind of like amplifies for the rest of this year. But it starts now, beautiful light worker. Okay. And it just feels like, you know that feeling when you kind of meet someone, it's like, hey, I feel like I've met you before, or something like that, or like, hey, it feels like we were meant to kind of meet each other. Like that happens like more and more often. September. Okay, interesting. That's very clear. Yeah, so I'm getting spirit said from May to September, which is like exactly what I've been my timeline. This is my Pluto transit little timeline. I wish I made it better. I did it so quickly, but I've been using it so much because I associate the Pluto transit with the 3D 5D shift, and Lightworkers kind of getting their soul mission. So in May 2nd, we have Pluto going to retrograde in Aquarius, and then September it retrogrades all the way back to Capricorn for a little bit. So all the way up until September, and then September until November 19th, because Pluto is in Aquarius until May, and then May it goes back, and it goes all the way back into Capricorn in September, and then October it starts going direct again, but doesn't go back into Aquarius until November 19. So from May to September, there's this energy of Lightworkers kind of linking up with each other. And it's kind of new form, like new abilities coming online, but it's not like new. It's just like kind of like uncovering these abilities or tapping into them better. And it's easier when you know, when you're like, when you're talking to someone that knows what you're talking about, like it's easier to talk to them about a certain topic or certain subject matter or something like that. That's what it's like to connect with these other Lightworkers, because it's kind of like, because all of you are aware and awake and kind of understand your own energies and abilities and see things from a higher perspective. When you link up energies with these other folks going to 5D, these other awakened Lightworkers, spiritual folks, it just like amplifies everything. And so there is a definite shift that happens in May, but it's subtle at first, and it's like gonna take some time, a year or few, to kind of really fully integrate. Okay, so what's the next energy in May? All right, this next energy in May. Something unseen is going to be revealed. So something that you've had a kind of like an inkling about and felt like something was about to happen, which I feel like it's like this whole year so far. 9 of Wands, yeah, but it's been a long time coming. Again, I'm getting this energy of like you haven't been forgotten, like the dreams, hopes, and work that you put in hasn't been forgotten by source energy or, you know, spirit, God, universe. So there's like a nod to that. Let's see what it's referring to. Grapes in hand in reverse. Time to go out and have fun. And we do see that in May, that it's like time to kind of, it's Lightworkers going on vacation, you know, from May to September, Lightworkers are going on vacation. This is the time to kind of do what you've always wanted to do. You're getting some money, some recognition. You know, it's like kind of like, oh, there's always something you want to do with work or with money or with your shadow self or in low vibrations. Like this is the time to experience it and, you know, do that. And you're also having a lot of fun. You get to relax. You get a break. If you can, if you see my past forecast and energy updates, like June, July, and August have the least amount of portal days finally this year. So you can actually do less like inner work and spiritual work and actually just go out and have fun and play and literally just spend money, have experiences, try new things, try old things, you know, just have fun, like literally just be in your physical energies, because you're like shifting into 5D energies. So you're gonna have fun connecting with 5D physical abundance, and also if there's anything left in 3D physical energies that you want to do, this is the time to do it. So you're literally just in your physical energies a lot, not overthinking things, not having to do a lot of spiritual work, inner work. Finally, May, June, July, August. Okay, and what else is this about? Recognition, rewards from merit. Okay, that's what it was. It's like, I feel like Lightworkers, you're humble, you understand that, like, hey, like, there's a lot of people who've done amazing things, who've been heroes, who've done the right thing, even if it was a hard thing to do, and, you know, faced a lot of evil, and, you know, they might be, people don't remember their names, people might not even know that they've done these things, you know, they might have been forgotten, but that's not what you do it for. You do it because it's right, because it's authentic, it's divine, right? So I feel like you haven't really expected to get recognition for all the work that you've done, but you are getting it. You're like, oh, I might live my whole life and not get any credit for what I've put out there, but that's fine. You know, I help the people I helped because I love them or care about them and I wanted to. You know, it made me happy to see them happy or to be in a better place because of, you know, the work that I put in. And so I think you'll be surprised to see, oh my gosh, just dropped a deck. Changes. Between worlds, yeah, new direction. Oh, wow. It's 44:33 on the clock. So it's just, it's wonderful because you're not building alone. Again, you're with your divine counterpart, or you're with your really good like soul family member. I'm getting for a lot of you, you're going to have at least 1, 2, 3 really good core soul family folks in your life by this point, are coming in. So at least one, like your divine counterpart, or if you're with someone who isn't your divine counterpart, like a really good soulmate, platonic soulmate or soul family member, coming in, right? May, if not your divine counterpart, then like a soul family member, right? A really close one that's like your BFF for life. And then I'm getting like at least 2 or 3 others coming in this May, June, July, August, by September. So there's at least like 3 or 4 core folks of you that like are working together a lot, like that you all resonate on a very deep level and very connected. While you make this transition, your fellow journeyman into 5D. I love this sea turtle. It looks like it's smiling. It's so cute. And then grapes and baskets. There's so much physical abundance, right? This is like physical abundance. I saw this video earlier. It's just like, oh yeah, people are like starving and having a hard time like paying for groceries nowadays, even in like first world countries. And it's just like some celebrities are using like food as decorations at their parties and in their pictures and stuff like that, as like a picture of wealth, as like a signifier for, you know, wealth and luxury. And then how people are complaining about it because like, oh yeah, like they're how wasteful of that, like, and they're shoving it in our faces, like elite aristocrats or something like that like they have food and we're barely struggling to like put food on our table kind of thing. And anyway, this like between worlds energy, what I'm getting is you're enjoying with, especially my deck dropping, like it just comes out of nowhere, and I feel like there's like a drop in your stomach, but not in a bad way, just kind of like an unexpected way that like you didn't expect this much like recognition or acknowledgement for your ideas or your hard work and how much you've helped others, just your service to others or this world. And you know, it's got you on a high a little bit. You're making a lot of money, you're doing well with work, you're receiving a lot of 5D physical abundance, and yeah, you're on a little bit of a high, and it's like you don't want to flaunt it because you understand what other people are going through, but it does feel, I'm getting nice to be recognized. Let me see. And you can tell, like, the tides have shifted. Like, the energy has shifted. The tides have changed. The Empress, yeah. And all this energy of, like, this unseen side, the feminine side, the side that people don't usually get to see, your spiritual intelligence, you know, your connectedness to source energy and your higher self and your ability to problem solve and think of ideas and creative, new, unique ideas and be your authentic self and show something new to the world, and, you know, be a solution maker in these times where people all think the same, or, you know, don't know who to turn to, and be listened to, and be like in your divine role in this lifetime, channeling ideas, helping others, knowing what to do at this time. Feeling validated, I'm getting at the very least, but also having a lot of clarity of knowing what to do right now and feeling like you're on the right track, and, you know, it was all worth it, like everything's coming together. Because there was a moment, I feel like in April, where it's just kind of like letting things fall into place. There's a confidence kind of energy coming in, but it's like, confidence, why? Why am I feeling confident? Like, what's coming in? I feel like something is coming in, but, like, you know, I'm not like, you know, you live in the moment, and you know that the future isn't set in stone, and, you know, a lot of stuff you leave up to the universe. It's kind of like, yeah, like I feel stuff coming in, I know, but I'm not gonna like just bank on it or something, like, you know. I think about it all the time. Misunderstanding wall. Yeah, that's why it came out sideways. It's like, I feel like there's so many people that have misunderstood you. Yeah, specifically people like from all over. Like your friends and family, your inner circle, even colleagues at work, your bosses, your employees, your neighbors, just people who you just randomly met, old friends, people you haven't seen for a long time. It just feels like you've just been misunderstood a lot. That's going to be that wall that was dividing you and I guess more 3D folks is going to change a lot because they're getting crashed with this like 5D energy. It's like crashing into their energies, their energy bodies, and although they're recognizing your ideas and your input over the years and the way you do things now, they're still like kind of adjusting. But at least the wall is down between the veil is thin, the wall is down between, you know, you and these folks over the years, I guess. Maybe it's competition, maybe it's other communities, maybe it's the other side, whatever that other side is, like, you know. Dragon, wow. Beware of self-delusion. Okay, with dragon and between worlds, because dragons actually go in between worlds, I feel like you might be connecting to a lot of dragon energy at this time in May, and I can 100% confirm that the one meditation that I did recently, because I was like finally forced to, I've been meaning to, but I just haven't, you know, got around to it. It was like these two dragons coming together, and that's actually my like, is it okay for me to say this? Okay, they're saying just like the surface level stuff. Okay, so yeah, I did have an energy of like two meditation where the two dragons came together and formed one dragon, and it was like a pink or a red dragon with a blue dragon, and those that symbology has a very specific meaning for me. Like that's a sign, a symbol I made for myself like years ago, like, you know, 5-7 years ago. So it also has another meaning for me. But like those two dragons came together and created a purple dragon, which I looked up and was like a transition dragon, but also like a lot of, you know, intuition and royalty energies coming in. So you can see how you're like connecting to divinity, connecting to your own divinity, your own like royal blood or royal like soul lineage is coming through in this recognition, not just from 3D folks, but from higher vibrational energies and entities as well, recognizing that you've completed this and they are going to be working with you, right? Including dragons. And so you can be seeing a lot of dragon symbols and signs, and you might be even working with dragon energies through meditation or your dream state, or when you're in the astral, because they're the ones who can go between realms and dimensions. So yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so how does this look in your life, beautiful Lightworker? In your specific individual life, how does this look? Healing in reverse. You've been healed. Okay, so I feel like this is the completion of your healing. So, you know, how I said, like, you've been doing your inner work for a very long time, and it's just kind of wild that it kind of makes sense. Like, this really intense 5D energy, high vibrational energy is hitting the earth, and we know it's been hitting the earth, like, in intervals, so it's not like we get overwhelmed and get, like, like, demolished, like, disintegrated. It hits us enough so we can do our inner work and not just go so crazy and, like, I don't know, have some mental health issues and off ourselves or anything. So it's done in, like, spurts. You're only given how much we can handle, right? So I'm getting this is the completion of our healing, which, like, what does that even mean? Because, like, don't you just heal for life? No. you learn for life, but your healing is complete. Like kind of like your karma is complete, or you healed all the heavy stuff that you needed to heal to move into 5D. So all that stuff is happening in May. Guardian of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay, so this protection energy, the grandmother energy, the high priestess energy, this healing energy is really cool. There's this energy of I do sense that like you might be the go-to person for your family, for your friends, for groups of people that know you, for your community, or from past places you've lived, or past communities, or past friend groups, or whatever. People are going to be drawn to your energies. Rose, romance is in the air. Oh, yeah, I kind of mentioned this before in one of the readings this year, where people might be infatuated by you because your light is shining. Like people, like you always had this really bright light and you've only developed it and started holding more and more light. And so you hold a ton of light now. Beautiful Lightworker. But a lot of people couldn't see it like because Lightworkers were kind of dispersed around the world. So you rarely come across them in face to face unless you go to like events and stuff. But also 3D folks couldn't see you because they weren't awakened, and you can only see the truth outside of yourself, which is light. Truth is light. You can only see the truth outside of yourself as much as you can see the truth within yourself, and that it goes hand in hand. It's the same portion. What's it called? Ratio? No. Correlation. That's the correlation. But yeah, so when someone kind of first awakens, or if someone helps awaken you, or whatever, there's a bit of like an infatuation there, because you're on that kind of high from being awakened and connecting to source energy. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people kind of want to be friends with you or connect with you or have like a crush on you or want something more and feel like they're in love with you or something like that. So just a fair warning that might happen. But you're also going to be in very healed energy, which is so pleasant to be around. If you've been around someone who's like very, very healed, like a lot of sages, a lot of monks, a lot of highly spiritual people, like actually spiritual people, not like corrupt ones. Like if you are in their presence, it feels like lighter. You feel happier, like just being in their energy. And you don't have to be like a super well-known spiritual leader or anything. You could just, if you're just around someone, like there's this one lady my friend was talking about that would come into the lobby of, I don't know, the building. I forget what kind of building it was, but she would sit there and she was like more of like an older lady, but not that old, like middle age, I guess, but a little bit older middle age. And she would have this white hair, but she had this like bright smile. And she, I don't know, every time that like people would come into her energy when she was there, like they felt so elated, like so happy. And so if you come across someone who has that kind of energy, a very, very divine connection, very healed energy, very angelic energy, like it's like you can't help but be like, in a good mood, feel healed. Like sometimes like their pain will ease around that person and things like that. It's really cool to have like that really strong divine energy aura. Yeah, so just heads up. But like it's gonna be awesome for you, Lightworker, because you're gonna be like healed, fully healed, which is, you might have some little things here and there, but like for the most part, like you're healed enough to go into 5D, which is crazy cool. Okay, so lastly, let's go with the last main energy of May, and then we'll look at the love, career, money, and overall energies for you, specifically the beautiful viewer that's watching this. Make it more of like a personal reading for you. Okay, so what's this last energy, main energy of May? Okay, the High Priestess. Interesting. The High Priestess came out in reverse here too. There's some sort of something coming online. The Devil. Okay. Very interesting. I'm going to get more clarifiers because there's a couple of things coming through and I need to pay attention to your finances. Okay. There's this energy. The one I wrote down, about like how Taurus season might be the only time you get to kind of experience low vibrational experiences and situations and whatever, food, habits, whatever. There's also like this kind of like separation from you and your shadow self or ego or lower vibrational self that's also going on. So it's gonna be kind of like a weird like split with that, even though you've integrated it to yourself. There's I don't know how to describe it. For a minute there, it's gonna feel like there's like the angelic part of you, which is who you are now, and then the devil sitting on your shoulder. And it's gonna feel like this person is like not you. Like it's gonna feel like just like you're dissociating with that version of yourself. Even though you've integrated your shadow self, your low vibrational self, your 3D self, it's kind of like you're no longer gonna need it, right? You're entering your 5D physical reality. There's like this moment that happens, like, you know how like when it's like you're separating from yourself and like the evil twin is coming out. Whoa. Okay. Like, yeah, definitely an evil twin kind of visual here. Yeah, what's it called? Like when you like a cell separates, like mitosis or something, meiosis or whatever. It's weird. And it's like you're like this fully like angelic version of yourself, but like for just a split second while this transition is happening, like you get to meet your evil twin or something. So it's like, be careful. Like they might want to have too much fun. Like they might, this like evil twin version of yourself. It's like, I don't know. Cause like I made friends with my shadow self. I made friends with my ego. Like I know when I can bring it out to kind of in the right circumstances, but that's like 3D way of thinking. You don't need that in the 5D. You don't relate to your ego in that way in the 5D. And I'm getting like you don't necessarily have like a shadow aspect either. Like you understand that in past lives you had a shadow aspect, which is why it's so weird, because this is the first time where like you're not reincarnating into 5D, you're evolving into 5D. So it's like a different process. So like the fact that you're like splitting off and it's like evil twin version of yourself, not like literally, it's metaphor, but I don't know how. Like I'm trying to get from spirit. Like, can you clarify it for me, please? Camel, and it fell on the fly. A period. Oh yeah, because remember like that funny goofy drawing I made of like you're turning into that version of yourself, like the 5D body is forming. I feel like what's being shed or left is that evil twin, that shadow aspect. Oh my god. So it's like the shedding of the skin is like literally that, like your 3D physical body dying in order for your 5D physical body to emerge. And that 3D physical body is going to hold on to that evil twin part. It's going to shed away with that. So, camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. It feels kind of uncomfortable. I'm going to get more information. So what does this look like for you? This is definitely different. Kundalini rising, ignite your passion for life. Interesting. And the moon card. Ooh, expect the unexpected. Spine on fire. The chakra's on fire. I feel like it's like you're gonna be like looking like it's gonna feel like you're above your body looking at yourself kind of energy, where you can like you're gonna see your like evil twin and be like, oh yeah, like I understand who this is, like I understand I live that life, I understand this is a part of my soul's journey, and it's in the Akashic records. I can refer back to this lifetime and what I've learned from it. And so you're kind of looking at it from like a higher perspective, like your higher self perspective, your godlike version of yourself perspective at this evil twin version, or your ego, your shadow self's entity. It's so wild though, because like it's like because you're turning into this 5D beautiful love and light entity, this small part of you that you live like an entire life alongside, you're looking at and you're like, it could be its own identity, just like the dark aspect of yourself. It could be its own identity, and if it were, it would be like an evil twin, the worst parts of you, you know. It's kind of how like higher vibrational beings look at very, very low vibrational beings. Like they understand why they're there. They're to teach lessons. Like, you know, they lost their way. They will eventually go back to the light. They have their own journey, that kind of thing. So that's the kind of way that I'm seeing you view your own shadow self. It's weird. It's different. Man, dealings with relationship with a man is funny because we got two men here. And I'm getting that's like our, like literally like our masculine aspect, like our more physical masculine aspects. Because it's like juxtaposed to like the divine feminine here, grounding to the 5D, the divine feminine spiritual like empress or an emperor. Like you're like this divine royalty on the other side, right? And you're looking at this like 3D version, physical version of yourself, and it's like not dissociating, because like you're this 5D energy, you're in that higher energy. I don't know how to describe it. It's interesting. Okay, bird perched, yeah. Waiting for news, package, letter. It's like you're watching the most like dark parts of yourself, dark experiences that you had, dark actions that you've taken in your life, and you're like, wow, like who is that person? Because you're so healed and you're moving into the 5D that you kind of look at like the dark aspect of yourself with like more like empathy, but also with like a more an even higher perspective than you ever have in your life. So I know I said June, July, August, expect to do less inner work. You know, you're healed now, you know, more fully than you ever have. the only thing, and when you go into this 5D, when you're looking at your like shadow aspect, it's not doing work. You're just observing. You're not doing any work. There's no work required. You're just kind of being like, oh wow, like that was like the darkest parts of me. Just kind of like acknowledging. Okay, what does this mean for you, beautiful Lightworker? What does this mean for you specifically, individually? Animals. Yeah, this animal version of yourself is what you're separating from. That part of you that, you know, relies on your survival instincts and, you know, your lower chakras and your more 3D physical energies. You're separating from that. What does that all mean, though? What is your 5D self doing? Like, what is it? Yeah, you're separating, but what's the significance of that? It's just like, that's just the change that's happening. Like, we're just letting you know what's happening. Like, there's nothing like, yeah, but how do you feel? Like, what's going on? Let me see. Like, how do you feel? What's going on? Capricorn reverse, yeah, which is like the Devil card in reverse. Ambition, realism, and methodical steps. Yeah, there's this energy of just adjusting to not associating with your physical reality in 3D ways. Like, you know, like, for example, in business practices, you kind of want to like manipulate people sometimes to kind of buy what you want, or at least most business practices are like that. In interactions with other people, there's kind of like always like a motive, a selfish, ego-driven motive to talk to them or have that conversation or bring up those topics in the conversation or take those kinds of action. Like, you're like kind of releasing all of that. Wild. What does that mean? Like, how are you going to be feeling? Like, what is this? In tune, yeah. Because you're connecting with, you're so in tune. You're going to probably be really in tune with your divine counterparts. And like, you know how I said you're going to be meeting at least like a small handful of really good core soul family members in the physical that you're going to be so in tune with, because we're moving into 5D. So you're going to have more physical, 5D physical unions while you kind of let go of some 3D physical connections. And you're just witnessing. I feel like Spirit's like, that's why there's like not that much energy, not much inner work for you to do June, July, August, because it's just kind of like getting used to what's happening and the changeover, you know, the change from 3D existence to 5D existence, and all that comes with your bodily changes, your perception, your behavior, the way that you relate to life, the way you think, personality even. Wow, so many changes. Beautiful. All right, so let's now do your love, career, money, and overall energies for May 2024. Beautiful Lightworker, you specifically the viewer that's watching this. Okay, with love, we have Justice card, which is the Libra card. Just all for love energies, love and balance in your life, love for self, love for the divine, love for your divine counterpart. So yeah, this is like union. Basically, this is union happening. 13, the Death card. Yeah, it's so interesting because like as more 5D connections come into your life, more 3D connections are going to be leaving. So if things happened right now, like the person you thought was your divine counterpart or the person you thought you were supposed to be with, things start going kind of like crazy weird with that, and they start like leaving that energy, like that could be a sign that they weren't coming with you to 5D, or at least not at this time, or they're not going to be your divine counterpart. or they're not your divine counterpart. So you're gonna get a lot of signs. You're gonna know this month, like it's time for union. People leaving, 3D people leaving, 5D people coming in. It's gonna be very obvious, and it's gonna start with the heavy hitters first. So like people, you probably already kind of cleared out people who aren't for your highest and best good, but like more and more so. And the people that are gonna be leaving your life for a while, in the 3D, are probably gonna be people who you aren't gonna be seeing for a while. They're close to you. And people coming in are people that are gonna be in your life for a very long time. As I said, like core soul family. So you might have people coming in and out of your life in the future, like lightworker friends, soul family friends, and stuff like that. People you network with. Some more people might come in that might be with you for a very long time. People might just be friends or like acquaintances. But like the people coming in now are like core people. People leaving now are also core people. What does this mean for relationships for you? Let your personality shine. You have something no one else has, and that makes you who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others and allow your uniqueness to shine through. And this is like you connecting to your true authentic self. Like that's what literally pushes you over to the 5D. Like after you've done all the healing, you're allowed to be your true self. You know, through and through. You won't have anything holding you back anymore, so you can go full force into 5D as your true authentic self, and you're gonna have a lot of fun just kind of expressing yourself, and that's gonna attract the right people. A new start is coming. Yeah, so this is like a union. So whether you're with your divine counterpart already or you're coming into union with them, like that is what's happening. For some of you, you might be just like meeting this person, having conversations, just starting to date with this person, or leveling up with this person. But like there's some sort of new start in your divine counterpart connection. Time to take a breath out, and it came out in reverse. So I am getting this kind of like, you might be hermit moding with this person, which I've been getting for a very long time, where you might be taking some time to kind of be hermit mode. The person, yeah, 6 of Swords. Like you two might like travel somewhere and stay somewhere for a while, take a long vacation somewhere, or you might move somewhere. Whether you're thinking about moving somewhere completely, staying there for a while, for 6 months, a year, 2 years, few years, 5 years, 10 years, or just for like a little while, but you're not sure yet. You might move again. I do feel like the two of you are going to be hermiting somewhere for a little bit, so you can just be on your own little island for a little bit. You, your divine counterpart, and a true few, from your soul tribe. Wow. Anything else specific that you might want to say, Spirit? 2 of Swords. Yeah. I feel like when they come in, they're not really sure what's going to happen next either. Like you're not really sure what's going to happen, but that's kind of the point. Spirit's like, yeah, it's supposed to be like we saw in the last energy of May forecast, that like you're not really supposed to know exactly what's going to happen. You're just meant to experience it. So I do feel that for love as well. Like when they come in, they're like, I'm not sure what's happening or what we're supposed to do, but you two are going to be intuitively know that you're protected. You're going to be connecting with higher energetic beings and being guided and learning to practice, learning your new 5D body and environment and energies, and knowing that you just kind of want to be by yourselves for a little bit until you kind of figure this out and get a handle on things. Yeah, very cool. All right, so what about career? See career energies. Ace of Cups. Yeah, see opportunity in career. That came up in the forecast as well. That's so interesting. Okay, so 5. Yeah, change. Expect change in your careers. So Ace of Cups, because it came out cups, which is something that you love. So expect like a first step in a direction, a new direction in your career, more towards something that you love. Let's see. what does Spirit have to say about your career? Disengage from outcomes. Let go. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. Yeah, so it's like at this point it's kind of like you have to let yourself be open to whatever is possible, because you're seeing evidence of it now. You're connecting to 5D physical abundance. And so at this point it's like, okay, I can allow myself to dream big and go big. No more holding myself back, trying to be my true authentic self. So you're having a lot of fun, taking steps to something that you didn't know if you could ever have in this physical life, like didn't think it was possible. It's like, hey, it's nice to dream big because then you'll land somewhere close to it, or you have a chance of achieving those big dreams rather than not at all. But now that you know, you can have a lot of confirmation and clarity and confidence that this is possible, it opens up so many more doors for you. The artist, yeah. You get to be the artist that you've always been. It's like, you don't have to worry about the money part or opportunities part. Like, it's just kind of, you get to do your art. You get to wake up and do your art and create and have fun and do the things that you love every day. Work on the projects that you love every day, which is amazing. Okay, so what is going on? Where did that deck go? Okay, here we go. Your career. Mars. Okay. We have Mars going into Aries. Went into Aries right at the end of April, literally the last day of April. And see, Mars in May. I don't see anything really significant. Okay. But Mars is in its sign of Aries. So a lot of forward movement and not defending yourself, but like, I feel like finally you don't have to defend yourself. You could just make these bold moves. And Libra, Mars in Libra, okay. Because I consider Aries and Libra, Mars and Venus, like the masculine and the feminine. Consideration, fairness, and harmony. So I would expect you to be working with your divine counterpart or other soul family, and like the ones that I mentioned, like the closest true few soul tribe energy. So not only can you like dream your biggest dreams, but you can also collaborate with those that you're the closest with your biggest dreams together. Oh, wow. The Sun card. Extreme amount of happiness and positivity. Wow. And Knight of Cups, wish granted. Oh, wow. So, yeah, there's like this energy of you can do no wrong. You know, just going big. Going home and going big. Feeling finally like you're at home. You get to be comfortable. You get to do what you want. You feel excited by life, excited by the people you're working with, and you get to work on it all day, every day. It's fun. Money. Let's look at money situation for you, beautiful Lightworker. Six of Pentacles in hand. So that's so interesting. That's been coming up a lot. So I do get that you're gonna want to be charitable. Because I asked Spirit before, I'm like, the Six of Pentacles energy, is that money coming in or money coming up? But you're already getting a lot of abundance, financial abundance in May through career and through other means as well. And so Lightworker, I know you're like, there's stuff going on in the world and you want to help, but I feel like you're going to be able to help in little ways because you're being asked to kind of, maybe like in May or June, like step up in small ways or show people like how to do some spiritual work or give some information or some clarity if they ask for help, set people up a little bit, but like then you're meant to kind of just hermit for a while. But you might still, obviously, you're a light worker, you're not going to be able to help, but help people in small ways at least. So people that might come by your path, here and there. 10 of Pentacles, yeah, because you're going to be doing very, 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 very well financially, Lightworker. This is so amazing because channeling this, I'm channeling this in a normal voice, but Mia, is like, wow, this is actually happening. We've been talking about this. Let's see what Spirit has to say about money. Help appears in various ways. There's much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift that you forget to look at the support systems that are with you continually. So I'm getting like you have enough, you have more than enough. You're doing so well now that you can kind of hire the people you need to hire, get people together that need to get together, and, help in bigger ways, or, help more in little ways, because again, I'm being told like you're coming together, you might be working on soul mission stuff, but not just yet. You're meant to be working behind the scenes. You're getting a lot of help from the divine through work opportunities and financial windfalls, money windfalls, and just so many opportunities, like more than enough. Like you're definitely set for life. Like, and these opportunities keep coming, so it's like nothing to be worried about. You can pick choose your opportunities. That's how amazing it is. So you're getting a lot of support from the universe, and you're doing so well that you want to be able to support others. But there's that energy again of like you building like a very, very close-knit soul family support system, and then letting that kind of do what it needs to do. Sorry, I'm kind of fading now. Okay, the Strength card in reverse. Yeah, it's very, very easy. It's very, very easy to get opportunities, to get money, and to figure out ways to help people in small and big ways. But even when you help others, it's kind of like more individual right now, like one person or one family or one small group, at a time. They're kind of keeping below the radar for a while, at least, but you can still find ways to help. It's amazing. You're doing great financially. That's the main point. That's the main message we're getting out of this. The 5th house, passion, play, children, confidence. This is Lightworkers' version of playing, where you can use your money to help other people in creative ways. So much fun, right? So I feel like you're in absolute heaven at this time. This is where you get to play, because like I also got that like you might be working on like what you thought your soul mission was like around this time, May, June, July, August, but you'll find that you'll get like an upgrade in your soul mission, or you'll find your true soul mission after this kind of changeover. So just having fun, like, if you want to entertain your past soul mission, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. Princess, yeah. So again, with that royalty energy, it's definitely gonna feel like you're like a low level royalty or something, or like from a royal family, because of the opportunities coming your way, the recognition, the amount of money, the amount of play you have, like some sort of like elite and kind of energy, elite family kind of energy, where you can kind of throw money at problems and things and have fun. It's definitely playtime. It's definitely time to have fun, vacation time, playtime for Lightworkers while you transition into 5D and out of 3D. There's like this moment where you can kind of have fun, and those little moments kind of come up throughout this year, next year, maybe the next few years, but this year and next year for sure. All right, and then lastly, overall energies for you, specifically you that's watching, beautiful soul that's watching. What's Spirit's message for you? King of Cups, and it came out in hand. So I definitely feel this energy that a lot of love is coming in. A lot of love, because you're in the 5D energy, which is love and light. So a lot of light, which is knowledge and truth, which you've worked so hard to curate that light within you, to connect with divine source energy, and to hold light in your energy body, in your aura. And then also to shine that light and to help others, be in service to others, and, you know, do things that you know is best for you, your health, your being authentic and using your creativity, your living your divine purpose. And so you've created all this light and love in your life, and now it's going to be so much easier in 5D, which is like an abundance of love and light energy. I mean, we always had an abundance of love and light energy, but it's so much easier to connect to divine energies and to your own divine self and to others in the 5D realm. So much more love energy. It's like kind of like that feeling, you know how people, when they go into heaven, like they feel like an immense amount of love energy, and you're always connected to God, and it's like awesome. Like that's the energy, right? You start feeling in 5D. You see it with the people around you. You're going to see it with your connection to divinity and other divine energies and beings, and to yourself. Yeah. To your work, everything, to life, everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like your perspective changed. Like it's just everything. You see the truth in everything. You see the love in everything. And it's like your existence is love and light. It's like, it's undescribable, right? 10 of Swords. Yeah, it's like, also be prepared that like you're going to relate to your traumas in this life. You're going to relate to your shadow aspect and all the negative things that you've done in your life differently. You're not going to feel ashamed or embarrassed or angry or sad or depressed by any of that negative experiences you had, or negative emotions or negative actions that you've taken onto others. It's going to be really like, you're going to connect to yourself, your 3D shadow aspect, like in a different way, and experiences of trauma in different ways. So it's almost kind of like that review phase that you happens when you kind of leave this physical life. But not, because, you know, those who know, like you're not supposed to go into the light. You're supposed to go the other way, right? If you're gonna not reincarnate again. Okay, what else does Spirit have to say to you? Okay. Last card. It's popped up. 3 of Pentacles. A beautiful partnership is being manifested in your physical, tangible world. Be open to collaboration. Each of you have something important to contribute to the fabric of your creation. I feel like your main takeaway, beautiful Lightworker, is that divine counterparts, like very, very core soul family that you're meant to work with in this lifetime, are going to start appearing in your life, and it's going to change your world drastically. You're going to be able to collaborate with them on this vision. You're going to be able to collaborate with other light workers and other groups and other divine counterparts, and it's indescribable. Like I've been explaining it for a while, but that's the main takeaway. And I feel like I'm not conveying it well enough, like how much your life is going to change for the positive, and how much you're going to be able to see it starting this Taurus season, starting this Gemini season in May, June, July, August. So I hope you enjoy this reading, beautiful Lightworker. I'm so excited for us. And with that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I wish you much love and light.